holla, holla.
You're listening to Let's Talk with Jason B., coming from the greatest city on earth, Flint, Michigan. Broadcasting from the studios of FlintTalkRadio.com. And now, your host, Jason B.
Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Jason B., and you're listening to Let's Talk with me, Jason B. How's everybody doing? Everyone's probably wondering, they're like, what does the B stand for? And I'll say, Jason Beanie. Like Beanie Wells, no. Or Beanie Baby. No, the B, doesn't matter. Don't worry about what the B stands for, guys. Anyways,
your lawyers told you not to talk about it.
Yeah, hey, that's John, everyone. My producer. It's pretty good. How was everybody's weekend? Mine was good. John, did you do anything fun? No,
do you consider scraping the stuff off of floors and cleaning the house fun?
That's extremely fun. Wow.
You got to strain. If you think that's strong, then you should have come over to my house. You got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, holla. No, I've been picking that up a lot lately. Holla. And it's like, oh, why did I do that? I used to do. I guess I used to do something like hello. Like I'll see something on the internet. Hello, ho. Or I'll do this, ow, ow, or I'll you're welcome. I decided, those are all things that I pick up, I decided I'll do one of these things, like I'll do, John, you look great today, XOXOXO. Isn't that weird? Yeah.
It's you doing it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we'll see if it picks up. Normally I'll do it to cute girls, but whatever, we'll see. You're neither a girl nor are you cute. Oh.
Oh, no. Well, I know I'm not a girl.
Why?
Crush me there with the not cute comment.
Oh. Hey, I speak life in this show, though, John. There is somebody out there for you.
Yeah, unfortunately, she was dead and buried 6 months ago. But
oh.
We got rid of corpses. But,
hey, yeah, it is. Speaking about corpses, Halloween. Holla. So anyway, yeah, so that's really exciting. I did a lot of stuff this week. I'm getting a little feedback in here. I did a lot of stuff this week. I know I ended up doing a Thursday. I went to Grand Rapids and I did a concert, a Chris Tomlin concert, who happens to be a Christian artist on the radio. Very loud, but fun. Lots of fun, but still loud. Except the DJ. They had this DJ guy in the beginning. Oh, I hated him. He was terrible. But you know what? I guess that's what DJs are. They're terrible all around. I don't know. But, yeah, so anyways, had the DJ. What else did I do, John? Let me think. I ended up Friday, that was Thursday. Friday, I had a Halloween party. And that was a lot of fun. Saturday, I did Flint Community Cookout. That I posted that on my fan page. If you haven't seen it, he'll put up a thing, a scrolling thing. But lots of things I did. Lots of things. I stayed busy this weekend for sure. John, did you want to show them I was talking about that Halloween party, and show them some of the pictures there? Alright, so there I am. That's me right in the, no, I'm on the end sticking my fingers.
I think most people assume that you're not one of the females present in that picture.
That's what they call a photo bomb, everyone. I just jumped in there and went like that. And actually, show the other one, the better looking. Yeah, there we go. That's me on the end there. If you can't tell, can anybody tell who I am? I'm actually the Breaking Bad guy, Walter White from Breaking Bad, like I said. I thought that was clever. So I ended up winning first place for the guys. But, and that's the thing. I realized I went shopping for the costume. I did it very last minute. I went shopping and I realized that it is a heck of a lot easier for girls to dress up than it is for guys. I wonder what that was. Oh, that's me. Yeah, it's a heck of a lot easier for girls to dress up than it is for guys. But
you could just wear like fishnet stockings and stuff like that and get away with it. People think they're streetwalkers or call girls or celebrities. So I mean, it is much easier for a girl to dress up.
Yeah, but well, I'll tell you what I almost thought about doing. I was so whopping close to dressing up as Paula Deen. I just thought about that when I got to the party. I'm like, oh, I should have been Paula Deen for Halloween. That would have really blown them away. But it's too late. So anyway, so I did that. Flint Community Cookout was a whopping success. Lots of people showed up. I think actually there might have been some pictures on there too. I'd have to check that out real quick. But there was some good stuff. A lot of stuff happened. And you're like, well, what's Flint Community Cookout? It's pretty. Flint Community Cookout is pretty much. We go to the riverfront down by. Where's the riverfront at? Do you know?
You mean the actual hotel?
Riverfront Plaza. Yeah,
that's on South Saginaw Street, across the street from the University Pavilion.
Yeah, that's it. And we're actually right behind the Riverfront Plaza, right in that little area there. Every last Saturday of the month, we decide to do. We get a bunch of people from a bunch of different churches and organizations, and they do. They get all kinds of food and stuff free, or well, they buy the food, but they give it to these people that are less fortunate in the community for free. Last Saturday we had people do had the kids paint pumpkins and stuff, which is exciting. But anyways, so yeah, that was fun. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I enjoyed it. I did grilling. Oh, that was tough though. I don't understand why anyone would want to grill that food. The smoke was in your eyes, and me and my buddy Patrick Bradway, shout out, he ended up, we both cooked, and we were just crying. Our tears were just, the smoke was so bad, and it was so terrible. And I'm like, I'm so happy to see you. And he's like, I'm so happy to cook on this grill. It was terrible, but it was terribly good. So anyway, no, I enjoyed it. Trick-or-treating, holla. Guess what some of the best costumes are for trick-or-treating this year?
God, I don't know. I'm not in the loop about this stuff that's going on in the media too much. That's kind of weird. But I produce media. I don't watch it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I used to always say, pop culture is not my religion, but I definitely try not to.
Well, you got to watch kind of pop culture that play the Breaking Bad series. Did you watch that series, by the way?
No, I did not. And by the way, for all of you listeners, I do not promote drug usage, and neither does John. Right, John?
Nope, I don't promote it. No, it's our door do it. I mean, I think it's it
Well,
doesn't go anywhere.
I will tell you, I don't promote it. Now, doing it is a whole nother story. Wait, no, I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Well,
That was a joke.
you are an addict. You drink caffeine.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I've totally toned down on my caffeine. I'm drinking loser tea now. I mean, loser tea.
What's loser tea?
It doesn't matter. No, it's tea. It doesn't matter what flavor it is. It's a loser because it's not coffee. You know, I like my coffee, not this freaking tea. Although there's this really good tea that I really enjoyed. It's like lemon ginger or something. Coffee. But here's the thing. Some of the top costumes, I just read this. Walking Dead zombies. If you've seen the Walking Dead show. Ariel, you can turn the lights up just a bit. Ariel Castro. Oh, there we go. Look at my sexy face. Ow. He is so handsome. I know. Keep it down, ladies. Calm yourself. Jeez, between these
they just blew the phone off the hook here, man.
I'm glad you took the phone.
And I'm glad we're in an undisclosed location because we've heard of reports of scores of women driving through the neighborhood.
That's right.
Looking for our location here.
Very disclosed. We don't. We are very because of this very reason. Because of me. Actually, you go up on the website flinttalkradio.com, which is behind me right here. You can see, actually, there we go. Can they see the radio? I can't tell.
It's hard to show up because it's blue against that black.
Oh.
But it is, if you get the right angle here, you can see the radio part, flinttalkradio.com. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
By the way, who did that for you with your voice, your start of your show there?
Oh, gosh. Well, that, shout out props to Derek Tersani. Derek did that, so
he did the voiceover too, or?
No, he didn't do the voice. There's two different versions of it. There's his, and then there's another one who a friend of mine did. He's a very professional friend. I don't know if I should shout his name out or not. Soil his good name on this show. So, anyways, yeah, to think my good looks and then my awesome personality and having my own show, you think these three things would be winning combinations for a girlfriend, but obviously I am mistaken. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, well, back to business, John. Jeez, always throwing me off. Some of the apparently a hip thing nowadays, or perhaps not hip, but it's still a thing. A lot of people are. Have you ever heard of this thing called blackface? A lot of, I guess, white people are putting on black makeup to just be, black. And I'm like, that's weird. That is weird, is what I'm thinking. It's like, I don't know. Julianne Hugh or Ho, or she probably is a ho. That was a joke. I don't know.
Jason, is that speaking of life now?
No, it's not. But you know what? You're right.
You actually faced her in red on that one, so.
Yeah, well, she's cute though. I'm not gonna lie.
Is this an actress?
Yeah, she's Dancing with the Stars girl. But actually, can you look that up to Juliana Ho, Hough, blackface.
I'll try it.
Okay, go John, go John. You can do it. So anyway, she did this thing about went to a Friday night Halloween party, not the same one as me though, and although I wouldn't be surprised if I did see her one of these days. We just happened to cross celebrity paths. Orange is the new black. She decided, you know what, I'm going to imitate this girl called Crazy Eyes on the new show on Netflix, Orange is the New Black. it was pretty dumb. I'm not gonna lie. She wasn't even that good looking. Some of the other problems was that apparently some of the new people decided that they're like, hey, I'm gonna dress up as George Zimmerman. I'm like, what? George the murderer Zimmerman? Actually, he was acquitted, but I mean, OJ, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit, right? So, probably the same thing, but I didn't pay much attention to it. So, oh, that's neat. And I ended up, what else did I talk? Oh, and the worst thing was, not only George Zimmerman, but Trayvon Martin, too. I'm like, oh, really? Too soon, number one, too soon. Number two, he's dead. That's not cool, people. Oh, there she is. Can they see that or no? Oh, don't worry about it.
I'll put it up. Hold on. I just got to put it
No,
up.
it's not a big deal. I forgot what we were talking about. What were we doing? Trayvon Martin. Yeah, oh my gosh. Trayvon Martin. Are you kidding me? Ding. That was my TV dinner. No, it wasn't.
Here's a picture if you want to see it.
Yeah, go ahead. Post it up. There she is. Juliana Ho or Hugh. Blackface. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Boo, boo. Okay. Terrible. Certain people should not be dressing up as certain things, and that is one of them. Trayvon Martin is another one. Why would you want to dress up as Trayvon Martin? I mean, I feel bad for his family. But I didn't get involved with much of the Trayvon stuff. Did you pay attention to that, John?
I did look this way. I mean, it's like what the media covered is probably like a postage stamp in size, and everybody's making their opinion that this jury made such a bad decision. They're not looking at the facts that they were instructed to do this within certain parameters. I mean, juries are not allowed just to go and ask for information. If there's anything, it's an indictment against the jury system.
Agreed.
But I mean, I did watch to some degree, and I just kind of like dismayed me that the media seemed to want to beat people up over making that decision that they did during their verdict, and it just goes to show you there's got to be more education on the levels of the general population. That's what I walked away with seeing that.
Agreed. I didn't. That was very well thought out. I walked away with nothing because I didn't see anything. I didn't pay attention to any of it, and I wasn't gonna get involved with it. That's one of my things. Just leave it alone, folks. Leave it alone. But sometimes you gotta stand up for what's right, and stand up for your beliefs, I guess is what you can say. And stand up, I guess people were standing up for justice, and they were standing up for, a better system in America. The jury system can be flawed. I saw that movie, not Rain Man. No, that's with Tom Cruise. Dustin Hoffman. What was that movie with Dustin Hoffman? It was, he was a juror, or no, he was a lawyer. That movie with the lawyer.
Was it Runaway Jury?
Yeah, that's it. Runaway, John Cusack and Dustin Hoffman. That's right. I'm going to write that down, actually. Whoa. Runaway Jury. Holla. Anyways, so I saw that movie, and I read the book, and I was like, this is terrible because, I mean, the justice system can get so... And that was years ago. That was back in the 90s or whatever. Imagine how manipulated it can get nowadays.
Well, see, I took procedural law when I was at Mott. I've taken pretty much every course you could take in over a Mott, other than...
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? Hey, I want to let you know real quick. I took a Pilates class, so take that, John. And you know what? I took one, and I thought I was going to get a cute, Pilates. Just going to be cute girls. I'm going to get some good credits for it. Wrong. It was a bunch of middle-aged women married And I failed. I failed that class. First class I ever failed. I told the professor or whatever. I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. It's too much. I'm as stiff as a board. Too much stretching. So I ended up failing. But
yeah, Pilates is really demanding. Challenging. But anyway, I took all the procedural classes and stuff at Gmot. Except for the drive-along experience with working with the police department. I was a probation caseworker for 9 years as a volunteer.
Wow.
And anyway, I just recently I got interested in the jury process, especially the grand jury process, as well as the regular juries. So I got 2 books on it, and they're pretty. I'm holding my fingers. You can't see me I'm not on camera, but they're over an inch thick in each one of these.
An inch is like that much.
It's like this thick.
It's huge.
Yeah. So they're pretty thick, and just think, people, you're called to jury duty, and you're not actually being informed of what you're supposed to be doing fully. You don't have a full understanding of it. It's a very serious duty.
I've never been on jury duty ever my entire life.
And the thing is, they do plea bargain people things out of too much. Which is I think is people are guaranteed. I don't know if they're doing right by all this stuff. They're trimming out these cases left and right. I don't think that a lot of times. I don't think if you want to call it justice is being met. I really don't. That's my editorializing for today. So.
Holla, that's jury duty. Anyways, guess what? The number. You know what I like? I like numbers. I like statistics. They prove things, they show things, but they have to be interesting statistics. If you're doing boring statistics, please shut up. But if you're doing interesting stuff, I am thrilled about this. Take, for example, by the numbers. I'm going to do this segment from now on. I'm going to have a nice little lead in and maybe even a little break to it or whatever, called By the Numbers. I want you people to guess how much... apparently, I don't know if you knew this, but Halloween is the second largest holiday in terms of spending, right behind Christmas. And they get $2.6 billion on Halloween. That's for adults, children, pets. Apparently people dress their pets up in cute little costumes or whatever. I don't know. I've never had a pet, so I've never dressed anything up.
We're going to get Jason a pet rock.
Yeah. I had a pet rock. I lost him in the yard, though, so I don't know.
He's out there. He's just incognito.
I hope he's free, set free. Actually, this is a true story. I had a friend of mine, a really cute girl. She was doing some camp for the summer, and I decided she needed someone to watch her dog. Did I tell this story? I'm telling it again, even if I did. For all the new people, you're welcome, new people. Oh. So I ended up deciding about pets. I said, fine, I'll watch your dog, so it was a beagle or whatever, and I've got 3 acres of lawn fenced around the whole acreage, so I thought, well, that's going to be perfect for a dog. Bunch of running around or whatever. Ends up that, I tied... Well, my 3 acres turned into 0 because my fence was so old. It had so many holes in it, and it didn't close all the way. And so I was like, great, so this dog can't run around or he's going to run loose, which he did a couple times. So I took a leash and I tied him to like some tree or something. It was, people... Relax, do not be calling PETA on me. It was a very long leash. I even brought him inside on those cold, chilly nights. You're welcome. But he ended up running away. He ran away. I don't know where he went. His leash came loose and off he went. So I use the term loose figuratively. But off he goes. So I was like, gee whiz, what am I going to do? And she called me up maybe a day or two later, and I looked everywhere for this dog. I looked in the pounds, the Humane Society. I even put up posters on the trees and stuff. Talked to my neighbors, nothing. Nobody could find this dog. So I'm like, well, I don't know where he's at. But she called a couple days later, and ends up, so I'm like, oh yeah, no, the dog's great. The dog is great. Gosh, I hope she's not listening right now. I didn't think about that. I said, the dog is perfect. It is a wonderful dog. I love it, Well, ends up that she... and so I'm just trying to tell this story. Just, oh yeah, good dog. Well, she finally thinking, between the time I could find this dog, I couldn't find the dog. So I decided, it comes up, it's the day before, I decided I'm going to buy a new dog, a new beagle. She's not going to know the difference, going to look just the same, very similar. So I bought a new beagle, and I gave it to her, and she called me up. She was so excited to get it, she didn't notice anything. And then a couple days passed, and she calls me up again, and she's like, hey, my dog doesn't listen to me. He's not potty trained like he was. It's like he's not even my real dog. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's your real dog, And so, anyway, so she found out that it was not her real dog because of some computer chip they put in dogs now, which, by the way, I am more than certain they're going to put in people at one point, but that's another show for another day. So she called and she yelled and screamed, and so we're not even friends anymore. That's the point. The point of the story is and this is the point, speaking life right here. If you mess up, you gotta fess up. Whoa! I'll say that again, and you can write it down. If you mess up, you've got to fess up. And it rhymes, and I'm like, whoa, awesome. But I want to talk about the numbers. By the numbers. Guess how much the average American will spend on decorations, costumes, and candy?
$120.
Lower. Under 100.
80.
Close. Keep going.
60.
Okay, now you failed. $75.03. But you know what? You tried. That's the key. You might have failed, but at least you tried. The percentage of Americans who will look to a retail store for a costume or costume ideas, 32.8% of Americans will do that, and 25.2% of Americans will say the state of the economy will impact their Halloween spending plans. I thought that was a little low, 25.2%. If you guys wanted to call me and talk about if you're going to celebrate Halloween or how you celebrate it, or do you dress up or go to parties, give us a shout out at 1-810-208-1854. We would love to hear what you do for Halloween, or if the economy is messing you up, and you're like, I ain't doing it this year. And one more thing I want to talk about before we move on to our next topic. According to the same source, the National Retail Federation of America, compared to, not to be confused with the National Retail, that is my now I'm lost. The top adult costume is, well, you know what, if you guys wanted to call in and guess what the top adult costume is, give us a call at 1-810-208-1854. That is 1-810-208-1854. 208-1854. Call us and let me know what you think the top costume is. I will give you a hint. It is generic. It's not anything specific like mine was. No pop culture. And it's pretty good. There will be a bag of your favorite candy. Will be the prize. So call in and let us know what you think. Your favorite candy. And moving on. I know what we're gonna do. Holla. Guess what we got going on right now? It is sports. So here we go with our sports. Sports. I love my sports. Sports. I came up with this myself. Sports. Give me more sport. That's whoa. That's right, more sports. Did anybody, now, it's not a huge sports, I guess, sports weekend. Michigan did not play, University of Michigan. Michigan State did not play. The Tigers are out of the playoffs. I don't know if anybody's watching the playoffs. I'm not, because I could care less, because I didn't even watch the Tigers when they were in the playoffs. I got baseball, I paid too much attention during the summer, and I was just all baseballed out by the end. I was like, oh, I like football because it's 16 weeks, 16 games, a couple playoff games, and you're good. Baseball is just 162 games, ridiculous. Anyways, sports. Good things are happening. I noticed that a buddy of mine, U of M Flint Kodiaks, who have a football team, ended up winning Saturday. Whoop, whoop. First win of the season. Awesome. And something else I noticed. Here's a feel-good story that I noticed. The Michigan School for the Deaf football team has won their first football game since 1978. I was like, oh, that's nice. I didn't know Michigan School for the Deaf had a football team, but apparently they defeated the New Haven Merit Academy. They defeated them handily, 50-26. That was way back. I mean, that was the 10th of October, so that was a couple weeks ago, but still, that was awesome. I was like, good job, guys.
Maybe it's because the new building they just moved into maybe revitalized them. It looks
Probably-
pretty nice, by the way, if anybody's been by that campus, but it looks great now. Powers being there.
Yep.
A Michigan School for the Deaf.
Yep.
It looks great.
I saw it, and I was impressed. I wondered where they got all the money, but I was like, well, you know what? Doesn't matter. These kids, they deserve. I mean, they have had something terrible happen to their bodies. They deserve some blessings in return. So that's why, I think I donated a few dollars here or there to them, and now they never stop calling me. Oh my gosh. I'm like, listen, I mean, let me think about it. But same with NPR. Oh, I donated once to NPR like years ago. I think it was for wait, don't tell me. Like $10, and now they're asking me for like 1,000, and I'm like, no. No. That's deaf right there. No. I got that. Hey, John. No. That's deaf.
That's like about the only thing I know from sign language.
Yeah, me too. I can sign my name. Actually, watch this, guys. J-A-S-O-N. Jason! I don't know what this means, but I'm sure it's something. And, I talk with my hands a lot, too. So, So I don't know if what I'm saying is interpreted as some deaf signal, you know? Oh man, I should have invited a friend of mine. She does sign language. That would have been so interesting. I should talk to her about that, you know, maybe get an interview with a couple of the kids or something.
That'd be that might be something worth talking about because it's not a humorous thing, but
No.
the deaf world is something. I was going to say when I was at Mott, I met up with a few deaf students there that they had there, coming over from Michigan School for the Deaf, and they had interpreters on the campus there, to work with them, and it was kind of they were shut off largely from the rest of their fellow students, and they were a lot of it very angry. It seemed like, and I could retrospectively, it was like I was kind of ticked off of them being so mad, but retrospectively, back, it was like I can understand the anger now. That all these people around you have this ability and you don't.
That's right.
I mean, it'd be harsh.
I'm disabled. Did you know that? Relationally. But that's not really
Actually,
funny,
though,
though.
the thing about it, I mean, don't you kind of feel like the odd person out? Say, if you go to church, churches are set up for families. Okay.
Bingo.
So, and then everything else, like I'm going to go to wedding in December, and I actually introduced the bride and the groom. I introduced them to each other, and they wanted me to be there. But the reception, no, there's not going to be any single women there because it's going to be a very small reception. It's going to be personal friends and family members. So it's going to be pretty much everybody's all paired off. So I mean, and she actually understands. She actually understands all the way the bride does it. It's like I'm going to be the odd person out here, so I'll go to your service where you get married, but I don't want to be at the reception where everybody's already paired off, like the art.
This is an interesting. I'm glad you talked about this, John, because I'll tell you this. I was dealing with the same thing not too long ago. Not about weddings, but I do go to a lot. Actually, there's one in January and one in April that I'm going to. Already 2 weddings in the beginning of the year, which are awesome, probably because I give great gifts. So I want you to remember that, people that are listening. And I'm a great dancer, invite me to your wedding because 1, I will feel special, 2, I will look great, and 3, we will have tons of fun, and you'll like your gift. But I ended up going to a young adult group, and actually I go to it on Monday nights, and it's very intimate. It's like maybe 10 or 13 people, and I was thinking to myself, and it's so weird because everybody is either 1, they're dating, 2, they're engaged, or 3, they're already married. Everyone, I mean, it's only 10 of us or whatever. So there's like, 12 people. Oh, hello, hold on here. Talk to me.
Well, I just got a phone call that was not left on our phone that there's an officer Mashinsky looking for you.
Okay.
Grambling Police Department.
Yeah, I got that thing. Yeah, I'll call him in a little bit. Oh, hello.
What thing?
No, I got a card. Hey, hold on.
Regarding?
No, I have no idea.
I do.
Okay.
Left me a message. Somebody reported that Malibu being left there, which is crap, isn't it?
Oh, well, I'll talk to her later then. Hey, well, guess what? No. Guess what? Hey, I'm on my show right now.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're on the air now, so tell everyone hi. This is my mother, by the way, guys. Oh, she hung up on me, my own mother. Oh, John, that's terrible. My own mother.
She don't want to join in. She don't want to take away from your fame, though. See,
Oh boy.
she's a true mother.
Yeah. Well, actually, ends up that she. I forgot what I was gonna say.
She's not your real mom.
What?
I was just saying.
Hello.
She's not your real mom.
That's a surprise to me. Well, no, she probably is. Picture of all 3 of us. I got a picture of all 3 of us boys. And so we looked very much similar. But no, that was my mother. My mother's on Facebook, but not really. You know, apparently a lot of
Jason doesn't know what her name is on Facebook, though. She won't tell that to Jason.
no, a lot of teens, I realized, are getting off of Facebook and going on to Twitter. I tried Twitter, and Twitter stinks. I don't get it. I can't understand it. I'm like, can you please all talk in sentences? You know, like sentences, complete sentences. That was a joke. Can you all? That's because it's like, I don't get it. You know, Twitter is so weird. These kids, they don't make any sense to me. The punk hipsters. That's what they are. Everyone is a punk hipster. All the kids are trying to be so cool and hip. Weirdos, but whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I wanted to talk about, has anybody heard about Ja Rule? I've never heard this guy before. But apparently he is doing a thing. Ja Rule says he explains why. Apparently Ja Rule is a saved again Christian. Let me. Oh my gosh! Jeez Louise, that was the Red Cross. And you know what? I'm telling you, I'm not talking to the Red Cross right now because I'm upset with the Red Cross because I keep trying to get interviews for them for December and they keep blowing me off. If you want my blood, Red Cross, give me an interview. You got that? Are you listening to me, Red Cross? If you want my blood, give me an interview. That's that. Anyways, Ja Rule, listen to this. Here's the video. It's only a couple minutes long, so we'll see what we can do.
Can we go thrift shopping?
You know what I need? I need a guy that handles my computer stuff because I'm terrible with it. That's supposed to be your job, John. Anyways, here we go.
If you'd have told me the clip beforehand, I could have had it loaded up. Okay.
Well, no, it was a YouTube thing.
Yeah, but I could have like captured the video, capture that. I didn't know you were going that route, so I'm sitting here shocked as the name.
Surprise!
Yeah. So if you had said, "Hey, look, I found those pictures for you, didn't I?"
Yeah, John, you're doing
You
a
hurt
great.
my feelings, man.
You are doing a great job. You are. You know what? You're doing a good job. I appreciate, John. Look at me. I appreciate you and everything you do. Here's the clip.
As we're going on this church tour, I go into a church right here in the city, in Irving Plaza. It's called Hillsong. And they have a pastor there named Carl Lentz. And from the moment I walked in the church, I said, okay, this is where they mean come as you are.
You just knew.
Because now let me paint this picture for you. I don't know if you ever been to Hillsong.
No.
You're probably going to want to check it out after this. It's a great church.
It's a great
If you go
church.
to church, I don't know if you go to church, but I walk in the spot. I pass a bar coming in. It's dark. Then I see like strobe lights, a stage, and a disco ball.
Oh, shit.
They turn a club into a church on Sunday.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
And that really hit me like, okay, so, all right, this is very different. Let me go see what this is about. Then I started looking around in the crowd, in the audience. And I see like skater kids in the back with their skateboards and their skate gear in the back, you know. Dudes over here look like they just came off of 145th. Like, yo, Poppy, I got that thing. You know, it was a real eclectic group of people. It was different.
And really come as you are.
And really come as you are. And then the pastor walks out, Carl Lentz. He's wearing some jeans, a t-shirt, and a red pair of J's.
Word?
With tats all over him.
Oh, man. That's what I'm talking about.
And this is how I felt. And he started preaching the word. In the front row, Tyson Chandler's sitting right there, you know. Vanessa Hudgens is there. My girl June Ambrose is there, you know. So I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, you know what? This might be something different.
Yeah.
And I started listening to him. pastor. I started listening to him speak. And it moved me differently because now all three components were there. I felt comfortable. I felt like he was really speaking to me. And that moved me to say, you know what? Now I get it.
Wow.
I can accept God into my life and let him come into my
Glory.
life, because from what you're saying and from what I see, if I do this, you're not asking me to make gospel records tomorrow. You're not. It's a walk. It's taking baby steps, and I get to take them steps at my own pace. I'm not saying I'm perfect, not saying I'm gonna change tomorrow, but I'm making that step, and they're accepting me as I am.
Right.
And so that moved me to do that, man. And
wow, man, that's a beautiful story, man. And not just that part of it, really your whole.
There you go. That was the clip. It was Ja Rule. I've never heard any of his songs, but he's apparently he's doing a new movie called I'm in Love with a Church Girl. It's pretty interesting. He's talking about that's just a clip of it. He's talking about his experience with the Hillsong Church in New York City. Now, I've listened to a couple Hillsong songs, and they're good. I like them. They've got really moving music.
Is there a Hillsong also a church in Australia somewhere?
Yes, bingo, John. You're a genius. There is. There's. I guess Hillsong is like, they've got a lot of different satellite churches, which is just, they got a main church, I guess, in Australia, and then they've got a bunch of other churches around the world, which is cool. But he brings up a good point about how you come as you are. A lot of times we in church are so intent on molding people to be how we want them to be, and not as who they are, realizing, and this is important, this is very important, I think, we have to realize that it's not us, it's not you and me that change a person's life. We can lead them towards the Holy Spirit or Holy Ghost or whatever you want to call it, and that is what changes a person. And you have to give people grace, and you have to be like, okay, they're not going to be changed overnight, like that. But you've got to let them move at their own pace, because if you're just like, okay, now you're going to our church, now you gotta act like this, and now you gotta be like that, and that's not how it goes, guys. You gotta accept people for who they are and where they've been, and you've got to help them along the way, and be like, when you are ready, when it is time, when you feel that tugging on your heart, then you move towards repentance, you become free, whatever. Now I'm just spewing Christian words. You gotta be careful, because a lot of times you just spew the Christian words and it sounds good, but it don't mean squat. So stop spewing Christian words and start spewing love. Oh, that's me spewing love. It's so nice and romantic. No. Anyways,
I had a friend that talked about churches, and he said about some people would say, well, I'm not good enough, or this person's not good enough to come to this church. And he goes, do you take a bath before you take a shower, or do you take a shower before you take a bath? Basically, it's like these people, you're finding them where they are at, and then embracing them, bringing them into the church.
Yeah.
And this guy I'm talking about, he's had a lot of false starts and finishes in his life as a Christian, but he went through alcohol addiction. He had to go through a treatment center for that, and he was a professing Christian as it's going on. But I can't really mock the man, because he has studied the course. I'm always trying to come back to that, and I think that's remarkable, and I think that's pretty very spiritual. I think it's a mark of a true Christian, that he keeps on trying to come back, even though he's had some serious setbacks. So I can't really mock him for that. I'm glad he's finally back in a place where he should be. What I would say, last I heard anyway. So.
Yeah, and we have to support those people that are trying to seek some, I mean, because you have your atheists and your agnostics, and even though I do not agree with their, even though I do not agree with their position, you have to respect them, and be like, okay, I don't agree with you, but I respect you enough as a person to not get in arguments or yell and scream or whatever, and that goes with politics, that goes with any kind of topic that is so...
No arguments in politics?
What?
You're not supposed to have arguments over politics?
Yeah, you're probably not.
I violate that pretty much every day, so...
Yeah.
I won't cast a stone at anybody else for that, but...
We don't argue about politics, do we?
Well, you're pretty much in the same page, and largely, but I think I'm a libertarian. And I think I've had people say, "Oh, how can you be a libertarian and profess to be a Christian?" Well, it's because I believe in free will. I don't believe in government mandates. I just look at history and I see the governments are usually behind the most horrific deeds of history. I mean, let's face it, if you had a person going around murdering people like the Nazis did, the Jews and everybody else, that person would have been stopped long ago. But when you got the government behind it and sanctions it, just having the government saying it's do this, sanctions it, then you get more evil done. But if it's individual, it's more stoppable. So, I mean, if you look at the history of especially the 20th century, it's governments have butchered millions of people around the planet, yet we still put our faith in these people who want to become government officials.
They want to be government officials not to help you and me, but to help their own pockets.
Well, not just their own pockets. I mean, if you look at people like Hitler and Stalin, they weren't rich people. There's such a weird twist to these people's personality that they love power over other people. They foregone a lot of stuff. I mean, they abandon physical pleasures and material wealth to get to the power. They can destroy other people. I mean, it's just totally irrational. So, and I think it was evil. In my understanding, that's in every form of evil. That's evil. And that's why I don't like politics, and that's why I don't like government.
And that is your second rant for the day. I'm keeping track on your rants, John. My goodness, we cut your mic time or something. No, it's fine, whatever. I mean, it's not like anybody's calling in, so we can talk about whatever. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Because nobody called in, I will tell you what the main things were, costume-wise. Let me check it out again. National Retail Association. It was, the top one was a witch, believe it or not. Just a witch. And very standard. The second one was, this is top adult costumes. Number 2 was Batman character. Batman, Robin, Joker, I don't know, all the other ones. Number 3 was a vampire. Number 4 was a zombie. I thought zombie would be a lot higher up, though, myself. I was surprised Batman character was so high. But, because zombies seem to be popular now, movies. Number 6, number 5, this one surprised me quite a bit. It was, pirate, believe it or not, pirate. I was like, really? Halloween, you're going to be a pirate? What? Number 6 was action/superhero. I imagine Marvel or DC Comics. That seems to be a popular group costume. Number 7 was Superman. Number 8 was Dracula. That's a classic. Number 9, this was stupid. Number 9 was, guess what number 9 was for Halloween costumes? Top 10 Halloween costumes.
Pokemon?
No. Close, though. It was a cat.
Well,
a cat.
It's a cheap costume. I mean, stuffed tail thing for a tail. Some whiskers, some pointy ear things.
Dumb. And the last one to round it out was scary costume / mask, which was very general. And with that, my friends, I want to leave you with a positive note. This Thursday, this Wednesday, especially here in Flint, be vigilant. Keep your neighbors. Keep in touch with them. Make sure your eyes and ears for your neighborhood, because the police with the budget cuts and things, they cannot do everything. They cannot patrol everywhere. So especially in Flint and Burton and all these other, Detroit and things like that. Please, and Escanaba, especially Escanaba, those crazy Escanabans, remember to be neighborhood watch with your friends and your neighbors and your family, because you are going to be the eyes and ears for your neighborhood Wednesday night and Thursday night. And have fun with it, and make sure you're staying safe. And if your kids, I was at the Back to the Bricks this summer, and I saw so many kids from the north side, and you know what I did not see? Parents. I saw no parents, and I thought, that is dangerous. I don't like that, it's one thing if it's a small neighborhood thing, but this was a lot of strangers, a lot of things could have happened, and no parents. Please, if your kids are going out for Halloween on Thursday, make sure there is an adult with them. It doesn't have to be one adult per child. It could be a group of kids and one adult. Now, I'm not talking 16 years old. I'm not even talking 18 years old, because let's be honest, 18-year-olds, they're still kids too. There's a lot of growing up to do there. Get an adult out there. Make sure to watch the kids as they're going trick-or-treating. And watch for the candy. I don't know the last time there's been a crazy thing going on, like somebody died from a piece of candy. But probably those stupid Charleston Chews or something. I bet you if somebody ate one of those, they would have died. Anyway, so I hope everyone has a good time, and I hope everyone enjoys their Halloween celebrations, whatever they plan on doing. And we'll talk next week. All right. So everybody have a good weekend and take it easy. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye. Remember, next Tuesday, 4 p.m. FlintTalkRadio.com. Check me out. Literally, check me out right now. Don't I look hot? Ow!